it's Amélie. Today I'm going to review your playing. So some people sent us videos of them playing and I'm going to listen to them and see what comes up. So I think you're a very good flutist. You have a good level, nice sound, nice technique. You have a tendency to rock yourself like that. And when it's a bit faster, technically, then you stop rocking and then you start again. I don't know if you noticed. I don't think it's a big deal, but just be aware of it because I'm not sure that this movement is helping you musically, because the music itself has kind of a movement and that doesn't necessarily go with it. I'm not saying not to move, but maybe find a movement that's more with the music, like da, maybe it's going in another direction, or because that seems like a movement that's just a habit. It's not going with the music. So maybe that. Also, I've heard your sound is very nice with the timbre and you use it a lot, but at a few times I've heard your other color that's a bit more transparent and I liked it. I think you should use it more so that we get more colors in your playing and you can just switch and bring us somewhere else just after a phrase or in the middle of it. Find little places to use it so that the different tone colors can make us surprised or give us something different to listen to. And I think it's pretty good. Your technique is good. Make sure that you just check those two little things, but it's very nice, very beautiful, in tune, nice dynamics, all of that. It's very good. Great job. So it's pretty good. I think in that piece what you should work on is to write your breathing marks, because right now it seems like you have a pretty good breath, like you breathe and then you can play for a while. That's pretty good. But I think the places where you breathe are not optimal. Like you tend to do to breathe at the bar line, and you should breathe after the first note. So of the bar, like da 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 da, and write them down in your music and make sure that you breathe that in those spots, because right now it kind of cuts your phrase, and this way you can also take a bit more time in those places. And also, like when you finish the first part, you can do it as if it was the end, you know, a big cadence. Da 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 da. Da 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 da, and then you start again. This way you can kind of take a little bit of time because it's very tiring, that piece. You don't have many places to breathe. You always have to breathe between two notes. So I would say really the breathing would be your goal for that piece, but really writing down where to breathe. You can look at our just practicing about that piece, and I talk about where I do breathe, and that could help you a lot for that. But it's a very good start, very good job. What type of flute is that?
I think those are probably recorders or tin whistles or something like that. Probably.
Okay.
But the person probably can leave it in the comments.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but it's just composition.
It's your composition. It's
Sounds
that's nice. I like it. I like the vibrato. How you play with the vibrato. How you use little bending of the notes. You go a little bit lower on the intonation of on some end of phrases. I think the sound is good, but there's a lot of reverb, so like I can't really say. But for me, it sounds pretty good. It's very calming. You know. I think
this one's called Balance.
Balance. Is it like for meditation or massage or stuff like that? It sounds like something that could be used for that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, so that's good. I think you have a very good sense of the dramatic drama that's going on in that piece. Your musicality is very good. So you seem to be a bit out of breath, and sometimes I think you don't breathe enough when you have a spot. Like let's say after you do a da 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 da, you have a full beat there to breathe. And if you really do just two beats, then because you did a little longer your G, and then it gave you less time to breathe. So if you really take a super big breath in that beat, you'll have more time. And then da 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 da, same thing. Take in as much as you can. Now you're filled, so you might be able to go a bit further on the next one. So just making sure that when you breathe, you do expand more and really breathe in more. That will help you a lot. Then there's your vibrato. Your vibrato is kind of too much in the throat. Like I hear very fast. Try to imagine your sound as like being inside this, and your vibrato has to stay inside and be like a wave and not little sticks, you know, like that. Really like wavy. I would practice it super slowly for now. The first step I would do if I were you is to do long tones with vibrato, slow vibrato, and wide like that. So if you need to. It can go just to really hear this wave, you know, so it doesn't become like that, okay? So that for the vibrato, and then the breathing. And when you play that, I would try to practice it with no vibrato for now, while you're kind of fixing it, and then you can reintroduce it later when you control it a bit better. We have a video about vibrato, you should watch it. And also when you have that on the fourth line, when you have that little trait that goes from the B, the high B, going down, you should practice it going down and then up and then down and then up, like a technical exercise, like start slower and then build up. You can use your B foot with your thumb. It's going to be easier. I don't know if that's what you are using, and so that should help. So I hope this is helpful, and very good job. Nice. So very, very good technique, amazing memory. That's great. And also, I like your sound. It's very shiny, you know, with the vibrato and everything. But I think it would be nice to sometimes change that. So maybe vary the speed of your vibrato once in a while, and also not always use that shiny sound, but try to find something a bit more deep or dark sometimes in your sound. Like let's say in the beginning of the second movement, instead of using your shiny tone, maybe find something more transparent or more dark or more intimate, you know, because that brilliance is very nice, but sometimes we want something more intimate so we can have a different atmosphere completely. And with varying your vibrato and varying the tone colors, you can achieve that. I think that's where you are now, because like you're a good chamber musician too. I see that you're giving indications, you're listening, so that's going very well. I didn't hear a lot of articulation in that. It's a lot of legato. Like at the end, it seemed like some of those things that go down and up again. It was a bit less clear than the rest, but like it was still very amazing. I don't know, maybe it's something to do with when you go down like that, the tonguing is always a bit longer. You know, it's a bit longer to get the note out. So maybe you have to anticipate and also kind of feel that you're lowering your support when you get to that, and change the height of your support when you do those types of things. But it was just one tiny thing. I think you play beautifully. Very good job. Job. Okay, so first thing I would ask you, if we were together right now, is how do you feel when you hold your flute? You seem a bit tense. Your fingers, like your pinky here is very low but very tense, like this. And then I felt that sometimes you left your ring finger of the right hand down just to hold your flute, but I don't think it's a good habit to take. Maybe try to use a thumb port. It might help with holding your flute. Make sure that when you hold your flute, you don't need your fingers. Your fingers are only used to play and not to hold the flute, that you don't need them. We have a video about posture, at least one. So maybe look at that, it might help you. And then the breathing, it's like, I think you have a pretty good embouchure. Like for a start and everything, it's good. Also, oh yeah, for the D fingering in the second octave. So low D is like this with the index down. And then second octave, you have to lift it. You can play it with the index down like that, but it doesn't sound as good as when you lift it. So make sure when you play that D second octave, you lift your index finger. Same with D sharp or E flat, but because I saw you play your D with the index down in the second octave, so be careful with that. And then, yeah, work on your breathing. Maybe watch our video about breathing. We have 2 that are pretty good. And do some exercises like breathing in and then breathing out as long as you can, and with a little watch to see how long you breathe out, and try to beat yourself, get better and better at it. And that might help you. So I think you're up to a very good start with the embouchure. That's good, and everything. It's just to build from that now. So that was very nice. Obviously, I'm not a clarinetist, so I'm going to try not to say anything stupid, but please forgive me if I do. So I think you have a nice musicality. Your rhythm is very good. It's all good. I feel that your sound in the low register is wide. It's very big and beautiful. And when you get to the high notes, it's a bit thinner. And I feel that sometimes that's refraining you from really expressing yourself the way you want in your phrasing. Like if you're going da, you want to go da with a bit more sound on the high note, and it kind of da da da. It's nice sometimes, but I feel that sometimes you would like to be able to go beyond that and really do it more like a singer. And so maybe I would work on the sound in the high registers so that it gives you more options when you want to phrase things That's what I heard, but it was very beautiful. Good job. That's cute. Okay. Um, so, like, obviously, the rhythm is good because you can play with yourself like that, and the sound's nice. There's a lot of reverb, so there's things that I can't tell, and like I can't talk about dynamics and stuff like that. I think that's Christmas. Huh? That's a Christmas song. Oh, so it brings us in the holiday spirit. Yeah, so I think it looks good. Like you seem to be holding your flute well. Like there doesn't seem to be a big problem. I think your thumb is a bit under your flute like that. That usually makes the flute want to roll back because the rods here are heavier than the front. So if you put your thumb under, your flute will always want to roll back. That's going to have two consequences. First, it's going to make more tension, to hold the flute. And second, it might bring back the embouchure in, so you will have less projection because you're going to cover more of the hole. You want the hole not to be too covered so you can project. So I think maybe a thumb port could help you with that, or putting your thumb behind the flute instead of under, and with a motion that's going forward, so that you have one motion going forward and one going towards yourself, and then you're kind of clicking the flute together. So that's the one thing that I see here. I think your embouchure seems okay, and yeah, good intonation, good rhythm. It's very cute. I don't know if you did the arrangement yourself, but it's super cute. Good job. Thanks to everyone for sharing their videos with us. I'm so impressed with you. And if you want me to do more of these, just send us more video links and we'll do them. And also, I hope this was helpful. If you liked the video, please like it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And also go and check out our website, musigy.com. Thanks for watching.